Argentina, and we can compare her funeral with Lady Diana's funeral. Over 3 million people were there for the last farewell, and there were no flowers left in Argentina and border countries for 2 weeks. Unbelievable, unbelievable. But she's a very controversial person, so later we're gonna talk about her.
What was her
People
name?
love her and people hate her at the same time, like that, okay? So if you ask, depends which Argentinian you ask, they will tell you that. So this is, you can see the Alvear Palace Hotel here on the left-hand side. It's our Ritz. It's like the Ritz Hotel, very sophisticated. All the diplomats, kings and queens who visit Buenos Aires, they stay here. So you should stay here in this hotel, right?
Next time, next time.
Next time. Next time. So not anymore because of the restrictions to the imports of the previous government, okay? And this one belongs to the Park Hyatt Hotel. It's the Duho Palace. And look at this one is the Vatican's embassy. Alright, but it used to be a private home. So imagine the way on the right, another huge French palace with the Brazilian flag. Now you know the Brazilian flag, so you will recognize it. That is a copy of another palace in Paris, the Jacques Marc André Museum in Paris. And nowadays is the Brazilian ambassador's residence. See, but it's very, very French. The palace you can see on the left, ambassador's residences, and nowadays some of them are hotels as well. And sometimes you forget the reason why you cross it. Once you get to the other side, it happens to me very often now. I have my senior moments very often. Well, look at the trees on the left. They have a shape of a bottle of wine. Those are the drunken trees. Palo borracho in Spanish. Borracho means drunken. Okay? So they are in flower now. They have a pink flower and some of them also a white flower. Okay? Independence Day. Independence from who? Spanish. Muy bien. Very good. From Spain. 9th of July, 1816. Okay? 1800. 1816. We were free. As Nayur told you yesterday, our house, and we're very proud of our Teatro Colón. It's considered one of the best ones in the world because of the acoustics. It's excellent. You know, Luciano Pavarotti used to say, the only problem to sing at Teatro Colón is the acoustic. Teatro Colón, we have the Golden Room. It's very similar to the Mirror's Room in Versailles in France. There is Teatro Colón, Opera House, on the right hand side. So the main entrance of Teatro Colón, it's on the other side on Libertad Street. Maybe you ask why the main entrance is not here on this important avenue. And the reason is, when the Opera House was inaugurated, this avenue didn't. This is city center, this is downtown. And we can say also it's the South American Broadway. Especially if you take Corrientes, that street on the left, because there we got all the theater shows, musicals, alright? Pizza places open 24 hours a day. And look at the building on the right in the middle. You know, the population of Buenos Aires is 3 million people. That population of suburbs is 11 million people. So we got a total population of 4.
No, but it's not the central bank, okay? Central bank is different, it's something different. But yes, the Banco Nación is the biggest. And even if a red light for them, you just wait and see and double check, because sometimes red light is just a suggestion. Okay? So trees. So all the constructions were made in very poor materials, like adobe or straw. So that's why we don't have constructions from 1500 or 1600. Okay, the oldest construction is from 1700. So right here we have the most important building by colonial times: the Cabildo, the City Hall, the main church, and the fortification. The fortification is to be here. Behind the fortification it was the La Plata River. Okay, so the harbor was just behind this construction. Nowadays, this construction is the Pink Palace, the government house. This is the place where the president of Argentina works. This is the office, all right? Because the president lives outside town. Every president of Argentina lives outside town in the same. So you can see all the stones right here. Those stones represent every person who died of COVID, okay, during the pandemic. Maybe you remember we couldn't say goodbye to our relatives or family or friends dying because of the lockdown, all right? So this is a way also of closure for those families, to, you know, a ceremony. They bring a stone with the name and also the date of birth and the date of death, okay? And at the same time, it was a kind of a demonstration against the national government, the previous government, in order to manage the pandemic. That's the name of the plaza, Plaza de Mayo, Mayo Square. Okay, that's because of that day. What happened that day? It was a revolution. The revolution was the most important step of the independence of Argentina 6 years later, okay? That revolution, it was because, well, a lot of things were happening. Because they wanted to trade with us, but we were a colony, so we only could trade with Spain, all right? So the English, they say, okay, let's take Buenos Aires, but the local people defend themselves, okay? Okay, we did it. We are strong enough. So let's claim for our independence, okay? So that was that revolution about. And it took place here, in this plaza. But we needed an army to fight against the Spanish. And we have San Martin. San Martin was born in Argentina, 1770. The colonial building we still see in Plaza de Mayo is from 1700. And it used to be the city hall during colonial times, all right? Nowadays it's a museum, it's a colonial museum. And the city hall is this French palace you can see over there. So it's one in front of the other. And right here we got the May Avenue. This avenue links the Pink Palace with the National Congress, with our parliament. And under this avenue runs the first South American subway, inaugurated in 1913. It's the A line. So Pope Francis used to live at the west picture of the cathedral. 12 columns representing the 12 apostles. And with the eternal flame, which is not eternal because sometimes it's not there, because of the San Martin's mausoleum is inside. Okay, so let's go to see team and the National Guard.
So, well, if they like tango, we had to like it too. That's why after that it was accepted here. So look on the right, that church with blue domes, that is the Russian church. Alright, look at the Russian church. For example, to give you an idea, if you want to buy an apartment in a regular area of Buenos Aires, we pay more or less 2,500 US dollars, always in dollars, US dollars, the square meter, okay? In Palermo and Recoleta, very close to your hotel, we see where we are. On the left hand side you will see two French buildings. The first one is the... It's just perfect. I love it. We are in, and then they spend money buying, you know, for shopping. Shopping is... I spend, I don't remember, but between 50 and 60 pounds for dinner, and here it was less expensive. But now here is more train here after 3 stations, and I am home, and it takes me 15 minutes to get home. If I take the subway, it's gonna take me more or less half an hour to get home. If I take the bus, more than 1 hour. And I need. There are many, important people buried there. 21 presidents, governors, senators,